More than 1,300 years ago, a group of master artisans carved enormous eyes, ears, and a nose into the land of China, a mouth, arms, and legs. From these, they assembled the largest Buddha statue of the ancient world. Just how big is he? Imagine if he were in Beijing, in Xi'an, or in Shanghai. In fact, he's in Leshan, Sichuan. The Leshan Giant Buddha is 71 meters tall, making it the tallest Buddha statue in the ancient world. How did the ancients manage to build such a colossal Buddha? And why in Leshan? This time, Planet Research Institute and Raj have come together, using the powerful computing capabilities of the Raj Zephyrus G16 to recreate the birth of this giant Chinese Buddha. In the year 713 AD, the first year of the Kaiyuan era of the Tang Dynasty, construction on the Leshan Giant Buddha officially began. Artisans gathered at the mountain's peak, using small axes and chisels to split open the great mountain. But a Buddha head carved out of the mountainside would be lower than the summit, meaning worshippers on top would be looking down on the Buddha. This was not respectful. So what was the solution? Build it higher. Tall stone materials were piled up above the Buddha's forehead. As rubble continuously fell from the cliffside, 6-meter-long ear canals large enough for 2 people to stand in, eyes and a mouth 2 to 3 meters long, and a 3.2-meter-long nose were combined to form the Buddha's head. Then 1,051 prefabricated stone hair buns were inserted, completing the Buddha's head. Today, everyone who comes to Leshan can view the great Buddha at eye level from the mountaintop. Although the Buddha is immense, he becomes more approachable because his head rises above the summit. Let me touch the Buddha's head for everyone, so all our worries will disappear. After that, the 7 to 8 meter long hands and the 6.8 meter wide feet were also carved into shape. A secret chamber was even carved into his chest to store Buddhist treasures and scriptures. Later, the exterior was gilded to form a yellow kusaya, or robe, and a massive lotus throne was carved below. With the addition of guardian heavenly kings on either side, a world of giant Buddhas was formed. So why didn't the Leshan Giant Buddha adopt a standing posture like the Buddhas of Bamiyan, and instead used a sitting one? With the help of AI, let's see what a standing version would look like. It's better that he sits back down. After all, at a height of 71 meters, a sitting structure is much more stable. From a broader perspective, the site of the Leshan Giant Buddha itself is shaped like a massive, sleeping Buddha. The mountain is a Buddha, and there is a Buddha within the Buddha, both looking down upon the great rolling river. So why was the great Buddha built? Its true original purpose was actually a water conservancy project initiated by the Tang Dynasty, from the common people to the officials. A relay effort that took several generations, 90 years to complete. The Minjiang River flows south from the Chengdu Plain, meeting the Dadu and Qingyu rivers at Leshan. The confluence of these 3 rivers then flows together into the Yangtze River, forming a major artery of transportation in ancient Sichuan. But the currents at the confluence were turbulent, and boating accidents were frequent. A monk from Guizhou named Heitong resolved to harness the power of the divine Buddha to tame the treacherous waters. That was the era when Xuanzang's Great Tang Records on the western regions was widely popular. The book's description of the 55-meter-tall Bamiyan Buddhas in Afghanistan filled countless monks with a sense of yearning. And it also sparked an even grander vision in the mind of a monk named Heitong. I will build an even taller giant Buddha in Leshan to forever tame the waves of the 3 rivers and protect all living beings. From then on, Heitong traveled through thousands of villages and households, begging for alms to fund the project and organizing artisans to begin carving the great Buddha. Just as the Buddha's head and shoulders were beginning to take shape, he suddenly passed away from overwork, and the project was forced to a halt. Later, during the reigns of Emperor Xuanzang and Emperor Dezong of the Tang Dynasty, officials Zhang Chujian and Wei Gao successively recognized the immense value of this undertaking. At that time, the Great Tang Dynasty was engaged in fierce conflicts in the southwest with the Tibetan Empire and the Nanzhao Kingdom, making it especially crucial to ensure the waterways remained clear. They either allocated tax revenue or donated their own salaries to fund the completion of the Great Buddha, a process that took a total of 90 years. On one hand, the massive stones chiseled off during construction filled the riverbed, which did indeed reduce the water's force. On the other hand, this hydraulic engineering project wasn't just built on a mountain. It was built in the hearts of the people. When passing sailors saw the Great Buddha, they felt a renewed sense of courage to face the wind and waves. The Great Buddha also invisibly became a symbol of the Great Tang, the perfect billboard to display its national power to the Tibetan Empire and the Nanzhao Kingdom, a brand new landmark for the dynasty. However, Sichuan's climate is far more humid than that of Central Asia. How could the Great Buddha possibly withstand 1,000 years of wind and rain erosion? Add to that the countless natural and man-made disasters throughout history. The Bamiyan Buddhas have long since been completely destroyed. So how has the Leshan Giant Buddha been preserved to this day? If we consider the 90-year relay of its construction during the Tang Dynasty as the first phase of the Leshan Giant Buddha's life, then the 1,200-year relay of its protection by the Chinese people is the second phase. In later generations, when maintaining the Great Buddha, the primary focus was on protecting it from wind and rain erosion. At some unknown point in time, the internal structures of the Buddha's nose and ears were made of wood, while the exterior was protected by a durable and stable, pounded lime mortar that is highly resistant to rainwater erosion. In addition, later generations also installed drainage channels on the Buddha's head and chest. Behind the ears, behind the neck, and behind the chest, there are hidden caves that channel water out from within the mountain, forming an ingenious three-tiered drainage system. More importantly, look over there. You see those square holes. This means that the Great Buddha was once enclosed by an even more massive wooden structure, the Great Image Pavilion. Not only did it provide space for worship at various levels, it also shielded the Great Buddha from the erosive forces of wind and rain. In the long years that followed, people meticulously repaired and maintained the Great Image Pavilion until it was destroyed for the last time. It was never rebuilt, leaving the Great Buddha completely exposed to the wind and rain. In 1899, when the first photograph was taken of the Great Buddha, he had already fallen into such a pitiful state, battered by the wind and frost, desolate and worn. His golden robe was gone, replaced by a cloak of grass. After the founding of New China, the Great Buddha underwent several more large-scale restorations to achieve the appearance it has today. So, compared to the countless heritage sites that have vanished into the mists of history, the existence of the Leshan Giant Buddha is our great fortune. This fortune is the result of a 90-year relay of construction during the Tang Dynasty, and even more, a 1,200-year relay of guardianship by the Chinese nation. The waters of the three rivers do not beat against a cold, lifeless cliff face, but against a totem of civilization, completed by a nation in a continuous relay across the long river of time.